It's Game On, and as we deal with old man winter's cold blow, we're talking baseball with one of the Twins' main men. The Red Hot Wild, not the only game at the X. The Swarm has sights set on titles in 2013, one of their leaders in the house. Can the Wolves reach the postseason? That and more on the mind of the ever-popular Henry Lake. Hey, the holidays may be over, but we need to help others. Please grab a pen and get ready to help those in need. And on this Pro Bowl weekend, we once again say thanks to the Vikings for a great season. It's time to get your Game On. Greetings again from the Dakotas to the heart of the Twin Cities. This is Game On, coming to you from one of the Metro's hottest new dining and shopping centers. It's the Shops at the West End in St. Louis Park. We're tucked inside Cooper Irish Pub after a week of intensely cold temperatures. And it's great to be with you again. Rod Simons, Game On TV Pro Bowl weekend. 6 of the Vikings over, enjoying the Aloha spirit. We'll be talking a little bit of football, talking about the Vikings towards the end of the show. We're loaded up with lacrosse and baseball, all kinds of things, and we're going to be talking hunger relief too, as we just mentioned. So thanks for being with us. Saddle up, we're ready to go. And as we always do with Game On, we start by the numbers. And when we look at the numbers, Aloha's right. Pro Bowl weekend with Viking flavor intact. Super Bowl weekend is next weekend, Baltimore and San Francisco. Twin spring training is 18 days away, and the NBA All-Star break is coming up. Delighted to get Game On started with the man, number 36 in the house, Terry Steinbach. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you, and Happy New Year, a little belated.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying this cold weather?
Well, I'm born and raised in Minnesota, but yeah, you kind of look forward to it. I mean, I'm not saying I like it, but you know, it's nice to get a little blast here and there.
Well, we're very excited because with the cold weather, it always reminds me that spring training's right around the corner, and you're going down pretty quickly, I would imagine.
Yes, we are. My wife and I are going to leave February 5th. We'll get down there 8th or 9th, and then reporting date is the 12th, first workout the 13th.
Yep. You've read some of the stuff. I'm sure you hear some of the stuff. The Twins are kind of left for dead by a lot of the baseball watchers, but spring is always a fresh start for everybody. I would imagine you guys have a different opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, I was a spectator fan last week, just like everybody else was, and I was disappointed how the team did. But if you look at the reality of things, they were a month into the season, and their 5 starters were gone.
Right.
I mean, they all got hurt. So I like what Terry Ryan has done. He went out, he's got some pitching, and we're going to have a good competition this year in spring training to see who gets those 5 starting spots. And I think if we can get some pitching going, I think our offense is going to do fine. And we got to get the club back to playing consistent defense, which is what Minnesota has historically been about for the last 15, 20 years.
A lot of young arms for once, and arms with some young experience.
Absolutely. It's a situation where you draft these guys high.
Right.
And the Twins organization does a great job at making sure these guys are seasoned, before they bring them up. And we're getting to the point, as you mentioned, some of these guys are ready.
Right.
And if not now, when? We got to get them out there and see what they can do. Yeah. Will they fail? Sure. I'm sure some guys are going to fail a bit, but hopefully they learn from that and we develop into our number 1, number 2 starting pitchers that we're looking for.
When you were watching this baseball team last year, what was the one thing that drove you crazy about it?
The biggest thing is not playing the game right, not running the bases right, not hitting the cutoff men right, not doing the little things. And being an 11-year player for Oakland, playing against Minnesota.
3-time All-Star.
3-time All-Star. We had tremendous rivalries against Minnesota. And one thing that has always been characteristic of Minnesota, how they played the game hard and how they played the game right. TK demanded it, which was nice to see. Tony La Russa, who I played for, demanded it, and that's why you had such good baseball.
Yeah.
So for me to sit on my couch at the lake and watch, outfielders missing the cutoff man, guys running the bases the wrong way, not getting a bunt down, that was even hard, for me to take as well.
I'm very excited to have you back. I can't wait for spring training, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a better season than a lot of people predict, and you're going to have a heavy hand in it.
Well, thanks much, and we hope to do the same.
Terry Steinbach, the 3-time All-Star, former Major Leaguer, back with the Twins. So excited. Only here on Game On. Hey, we'd love for you to join us at a Game On taping. Sunday the 27th, that's today. Kieran's in downtown. We'll be talking Twins and Wolves, steps away from Target Field. We're giving away tickets and autographs as well. Keep your game on with Facebook, Twitter. All our updates are at GameOnTVMN.com. Fans always come first on Game On. Voice of the fans question, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Baltimore.
Why?
Because they want to give it to Ray Lewis.
San Francisco, they got the quarterback.
On deck, the Hive is humming at the X. The Swarm are back in business on Game On.
The back of the goal on this 3-1 Swarm.
Creativity at its best. Benesch getting cut off.
You gotta hold okay. You gotta
Shooter out high, loads up, fire, scores!
Got a hold on my sleeve, I can't leave. It murdered the original me and I can't grieve. So this is who I make.
One's gonna catch him right in, shoots and scores with the cork stem shot.
Whatever they worth, get my mama crib in the burbs and know it in the mean and all of the in between.
Shoots and scores! The Swarm winning in overtime!
gotta hold me. You gotta hold okay.
I'm Randall McDaniel. As a former Minnesota Viking and a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I know how important it is to fuel up to be successful on and off the field. Now, I work with third graders, and I see firsthand the positive impact exercise and good nutrition has on my students. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program, I'm proud to do my part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need. Please help us kick hunger in America and encourage an active lifestyle by supporting the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program.
Meat Sauce here from KFAN. My weekly trivia question, courtesy of Bar Abilene, is who'd the Vikings play in their first Super Bowl appearance and who was the Vikings quarterback? We'll get to the answer at the end of Game On.
Welcome back to Game On, powered by Cooper in St. Louis Park. Great to have you with us, Rod Simons. And this is Ryan Benesch, the pride of Kitchener, Ontario. Great to have you back.
Good to be back.
You guys 2 games into the season, big expectations for this team. How are you guys settling in?
I think we're doing just nicely. We lost our first game there in Buffalo. It was a heartbreaker. We were up the whole game by 4 or 5 goals, and a couple mental lapses at the end of the game. We kind of handed it to them, but for the most part, I think we're rolling just perfect. Interestingly enough, when you look at the schedule, your next game is on the road in Colorado at the Pepsi Center. The team that you knocked out of the playoffs to get your first ever playoff win. Yep. There will be some blood going around. Definitely. Anytime a team beats you out of the playoffs, the next season, you're kind of out for revenge. So, we're going to expect a battle, and it's just like that every game. It's always going to be a war, and then you got to just match the intensity. So, we put them out of the playoffs, and we want to show them that we put them out of the playoffs for a reason. Very nice. Interesting when I look at you guys. Love what you do on the field. I like the mix of the veterans and some of the young guys. Had so many draft picks that joined the team. Off the field, you and Andrew Suter, are doing some special things with the kids. Yeah. Right now, Andrew and I are traveling to Prairie Island to help out the team out there. As soon as the Youth Box League starts up, we're going to be coaching there 2 times a week. It's the largest youth box league in the country. They had like 900 kids sign up last year, and it ranges from grade 3 to 9, so it's going to be quite an experience, and I can't wait. Did you have that when you were a kid growing up? You grew up in hockey land. I grew up in hockey, yeah. It's different for us at home in Ontario. What we do is we have age groups, and each city around us has a team. So we travel to each city and actually play them, and every month or so there's tournaments and like an Ontario qualifier and then Ontario, championships that we play for. Big things happening for you guys. Do you see playoffs in your future? Definitely. This is a good team. It'd be a disappointment if we didn't make the playoffs at least. Let's have you back. Keep the goal scoring up, and let's have you back soon. Definitely, anytime. Ryan Benesch is in the house from the Minnesota Swarm, only here on Game On. You can get your Game On anytime by downloading our new app for iPhones and Android too, with full shows, sponsor links, all the inside information, and great photos. We also link you to our show website. It's packed with good stuff. Then check out our partner site, the best Viking fan site out there. It's purplepride.org. Bookmark us at GameOnTVMN.com.
Fans always on our mind. Voice of the fan asking, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Baltimore because they have Matt Burke.
Bottom line.
Because he needs to win a Super Bowl.
On deck, checking in with the 60-second chef, only here on Game On.
The Timberwolves Meal Deal presented by Papa John's is a great way to save money and watch Kevin Love, Brandon Roy, and Andre Kirilenko bring a playoff atmosphere back to Target Center. For just $25, you get an upper-level ticket, a hot dog, chips, small Pepsi, and a coupon for a free large Papa John's pizza. Tickets are only available for purchase in advance of game day. To purchase your meal deal tickets, go to timberwolves.com/meal deal. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves United.
It starts your morning with the forecast, then watches your energy use all day. It can change your temperature from anywhere in the world, prevent you from heating and cooling an empty house, and still give you a comfortable welcome home. The iComfort Wi-Fi from Lennox.
The most advanced comfort control solution available anywhere is now available for your home.
So call Liberty Comfort Systems and make your home a smart home today.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Once again, time for the 60-second chef. Chef Seth with us. That's a tongue twister. Great to have you here with us.
Thank you for being here.
Everybody knows Irish Pub has probably great hamburgers, probably good pub food. You guys really take it to another level. Tell me what all this stuff is.
Well, right here we have wild rice, cream cheese, stuffed mushrooms, our roasted garlic hummus with a trio crudité, and our 2 ginger whiskey chicken shot.
When you brought this stuff out and I was looking at the chicken, you smiled because it has a little bit of a kick, you say.
Yeah, it has a nice little pop right at the end.
And the 2 gingers has from Kieran Folliard. So you found a way to mix that brand in with this.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. One of a kind restaurant. You know, not any other restaurant actually adds their 2 ginger.
Yeah. Okay, when you come in, it's okay to move away from the hamburgers and try something different, what you love. You're open at 11 every single day. On weekends, though, at 10. Why?
We do a brunch.
Nice.
That is
wide menu?
Yeah. Try to keep the Irish motif going in that as well.
Thus the Guinness that you will have to take care of ours. Chef Seth, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to dig into this after the show.
Thanks
You're the
for
man.
coming.
Only here in the 60-second show. Been a little bit of a rough season, but you can keep up with the Wolves with my weekly blog at simonsays@timberwolves.com. Inside information on the team, all kinds of interactive notes. So drop me a line, rod@gameontvmn.com, and look for a new Simon Says blog every Thursday at timberwolves.com. Wow, that's some incredible food. And you know, you look at the table there and tables at home and all around, and you think, this is really, really good. There are some families, though, that are still struggling to put food on their table well after the holidays have come and gone. That's why we're reminding you about the Kick Hunger Challenge, which is going on over the month of January. And joining us, Wayne Kostroski, who is the creator of the Taste of the NFL that will be in full bloom Super Bowl weekend down in New Orleans. We talked to Wayne just a few days ago. He told us that everything is ready for a big splash in New Orleans.
Everything's in place. I'm in the restaurant business, you know, most of my life. It's just like opening a restaurant in many ways, only this restaurant is quite a bit bigger than any other restaurants that I've been involved with. And our mission is to raise awareness and dollars for hunger, but it's much more than giving someone something to eat. It really is all about hope, and it really is the overused expression, but accurate, making a difference. And the difference is that if you give someone some resources to move to the next level of their self-existence and their self-worth and their self-esteem, you're changing a lot of things. You're not just giving someone a meal, you're saying, look, you really matter. We know you matter to your family, you matter to the community, and that's what we're trying to do as well with all the awareness side of it. Dollars are really, really important, but awareness and small ways that people can help others to change their lives in big ways, that's part of the mission. This is the best party you'll ever attend, ever. It has the best food in the world, it has celebrities, it has athletes, it has spirit, there's something in the air. Everyone volunteers, no one's paid, all the money goes to hunger relief. when you attend this party, you know that there's a larger reason why this party's going on. And that's why when someone does attend this party, that when they're talking to anyone in the room, they're having a great time, but they know, they can feel that something different is happening. That's the difference of this event. It's a party, but it's also a mission and it's a purpose.
Wayne, thank you very much. 2 websites you can take a look at to get more information, the Kick Hunger Challenge and tasteofthenfl.com. And don't forget, programming note here, February 24th, we'll be back from New Orleans, our team, GameON team, at the Super Bowl, documenting the taste of the NFL. It will be a memorable show. We'll bring it to you on February 24th.
But the injuries, Chase Budinger going down, Brandon Roy never being right, that has not helped their situation.
He's talking Wolves and Wild all over the map. It's H. Lake next on Game On.
Hi, I'm Christian Ponder with the Minnesota Vikings. I know how important it is to fuel up so that I can be successful on and off the field. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 programs, I am proud to encourage all of my fellow NFL players to do our part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need to learn and play at their best. Go to tasteofthenfl.com and NFL.com to find out how you can help. Welcome to the team.
You gotta hold okay. You gotta believe.
Let's shoot around high, loads up, fire scores!
Got a hold on my sleeve, I can't leave. It murdered the original me and I can't grieve. So this is who I'm
big one's gonna catch him right in, shoots and scores with the corkscrew shot.
Get my mama crib in the burbs, you know, fit in the mean and all of the in between.
Shoots and scores, and the Swarm winning in overtime.
Got a hold of me, it's got a hold of me.
Welcome back. It's Game On from Cooper, right down the street from where H. Lake runs shop at KFAN Radio. How are you,
Right
Henry
around
Lake?
the corner, man. We're right around the corner.
It is. This is a great place in St. Louis Park.
It's my first time coming to Cooper. So
Really?
Thanks for having me.
But
yeah.
you're at the West End all the time.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too
Shopping
much.
because you are as clean as they come, man.
See, there you go. Not as clean as you or the common man.
Oh, you're clean. It's awesome. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get after it. Quickly about the Wolves. You and I are both registered hoopaholics. We love the game. This team is in trouble.
Absolutely. I mean, the injuries haven't helped. Defensively, I think that's been the biggest issue that I've had with the team throughout the season. Even when they were somewhat healthy with, Kevin Love in the lineup, Derek Williams in the lineup, with all the regular guys. But the injuries, Chase Budinger going down, Brandon Roy never being right, that has not helped their situation.
I like Budinger, but I think it's going to be too little too late.
Yeah, I think that if this team does not make a push or a run here in the next week and a half, they could be in trouble because realistically, at the All-Star break, everybody's going to be looking at the division races and the standings and trying to figure out whether they should be sellers or buyers when it comes to the trade market, and I don't think that the Wolves will be either.
Interesting. Minnesota Wild. We'll get back to basketball in just a second. Are you much of a hockey watcher?
I like to go check out the Wild.
This is a
great
very
atmosphere.
good. It's a very good hockey team.
Yeah, it's a very good team. I'm not the biggest or the brightest hockey mind, but I like going to the XL Energy Center and checking out the Wild. And with the additions of Zach Parise and Ryan Suter, it should be a lot of fun this year.
I think you and I both agree. If the Wild don't go deep, it's a disappointment.
Probably. You have guys like Barry Melrose that over the weekend has stated, or prior to the year has stated that he expects them to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure to put on a team, but I think everybody realistically looks and says, this team should go into the playoffs, and once you get in the playoffs, you can do anything.
And lastly, since I haven't had you on since the end of the season, at least 6 Vikings in the Pro Bowl, 10-6. It was a good season.
It was a good run this year, and more than anything, I think that the fans, not only here in Minnesota, but around the world and around the country, fell in love once again with Adrian Peterson because we were all concerned and worried how he was going to respond to the ACL, and he bounced back really, really well.
We love you, H.
Appreciate it.
On KFAN Radio 100.3 on your dial, H. Lake in the house, only here on Game On. Time again for the Kazi calendar. They're the next big name in sports. The Super Bowl's February 3rd. The Wolves get the Clippers. The Wild with back-to-back games, Columbus and Chicago. And Gopher basketball on the 29th. North Dakota hosts Weber State. Kansas City visits North Dakota State. There's South Dakota State and Omaha at South Dakota on the 14th. In hockey, Minnesota men get Wisconsin. Tell you about that in a second. St. Cloud State hosts Minnesota, UND in Wisconsin, and North Dakota State hosts St. Cloud State. The Swarm hosts Toronto on the 8th. The Twins are wrapping up Twins Fest this weekend. Gopher football in August will host UNLV. There's the PGA at the Phoenix Open, the Champions Tour in Boca Raton, NASCAR with Daytona, and the Wheels of Thunder February 1st. A special Gopher hockey event's happening at Soldier Field, and you can be a part of it February 16th with 2 nights hotel, tickets to both games, Miami and Notre Dame, Minnesota, Wisconsin, a pre-game party, and great tickets to the game. You'll stay at the Westin on Michigan Avenue, and round-trip transportation included. Packages are available starting at $300 per person. Go to Game Day Experience website right there for more information. Also check out our podcast with Rod Webby and the A-Train. Inside information, viewer mail. Get us at GameOnTVMN.com. Kazi is the next big name in sports. Affordable equipment and apparel for your athlete, all at your fingertips. It's Kazi. Time again for the MIAC Minute. And look who's number 1 in the country. St. Thomas. Head coach John Tower and the Tommies. UST recently tied a team record by nailing 15 three-pointers in their win over St. Olaf. We'll keep you updated as to how the Tommies are doing throughout the course of the season. And that's your MIAC Minute. One last check. Voice of the fan asking, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
San Francisco 49ers.
Why?
They were on a losing streak for so long, so now they have something to prove. And a lot of my friends want them to win.
Randy Moss plays for that team.
Yes, that's also a very important reason.
On deck, we check in with boxing in our Game On Update. It's next.
Make sure to keep up with all the latest team news by liking the Timberwolves Facebook page. Timberwolves Facebook has everything you need to follow the team, gain access to win prizes, and get in-depth coverage from behind the scenes. Minnesota Timberwolves, Wolves United.
Pick up the latest issue of Wheels of Thunder magazine. If it's on wheels, you'll find it in Wheels of Thunder. Full color photos of bikes, trikes, cars, trucks, and even sleds. High performance or right off the street. Mind-blowing power, speed, and custom touches. It's all in Wheels of Thunder magazine. Plus, find out about the latest races, rallies, and custom products and services in your area. Check out Wheels of Thunder on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Wheels of Thunder.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce again. Yes, these teeth are real. Here's the trivia answer. The question was, who'd the Vikings play in their first Super Bowl appearance, and who was the Vikings quarterback? The answer? Kansas City on January 11th, 1970 in a 23-7 loss. Joe Kapp was the quarterback. See you Tuesday night at Bar Abilene, 8 to 10 for trivia, and next week on Game On. Rod?
Sauce, thank you very much. Our Game On guru has seen you a bunch of times and really likes what you're doing. Has stumped you a couple of times as well, so keep up the good work. Time now for our Game On update. If you missed it, big sellout crowd. Golden, Caleb Truax, and Matt Vanda tangled, and in the end, Golden prevailed. He's now 21-1-1 with 12 knockouts. It was a unanimous decision over the Predator. Vanda retires at 44-15 with 24 knockouts. Congratulations, Golden, Caleb Truax, and that's your Game On update. Our fantasy guru has stepped into the house. It's kind of funny too because, you know, Terry Steinbach on a little earlier, his hat was on straight. He turned it around to be part of the baseball in crowd. Nice move.
Yes.
Jeremy Johnson's his name. We'll talk about the Fantasy Football Playoff Challenge brought to you by Malone's in just a minute. Did want to talk about some of the other things that we're going to be keeping an eye on over the course of the year. And surprised to me that there are all these different fantasy leagues, including golf.
Yeah, fantasy golf is actually one of the growing fantasy sports out there. Their season just started a couple of weeks ago, and today we'll have the conclusion of the Farmers Insurance Open.
Nice. Hockey fans, especially Minnesota Wild hockey fans, have to be elated. How big is fantasy hockey?
Fantasy hockey has been around for a while, surprisingly. The Wild, of course, with the talent that they put together and the start that they're off to, pretty popular in the draft rankings so far, but it's kind of unique in the situation of coming off of a lockout. No one was really prepared, and people are still drafting now for the season that's already started.
Interesting. One of the sports that you are in and out of, and you knew very, very well, you're a big basketball insider, is fantasy basketball.
Yeah, a hoopaholic like yourself.
Very little, thank you.
Fantasy basketball is probably it's my second favorite behind football, even ahead of baseball. And I think it's just because of my love for basketball action live. Going to the game, it makes you pay attention more to some reserves and players from the other teams that you don't normally pay attention to.
Yeah, you're always over the waiver wire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very nice. Okay, let's get an update. The Fantasy Football Playoff Challenge brought to you by Malone's. When we look at it, the top 3 are very, very competitive.
Yeah, Scott Robinson is number 1. He's a consistent scorer each week. I believe he's got 5 or 6 players playing with a multiplier in the Super Bowl, so he's someone to be reckoned with.
Number 2, Brandon from Malone's.
Yeah, and Brandon, he's an assistant manager from our official sponsor.
Shout out.
I swear it's not rigged at all.
No.
But he actually had Julio Jones in his lineup last week, who would have had 30 points, but he had him on a 3-time multiplier, so he climbed the ladder fast.
How's the Womble guy doing?
Robbie Womble is holding his own.
Yeah.
I think we might see him down in spring training, and he might not be able to make it to the Champions show here in Minnesota.
Unfortunately, he's one of those fans that's always writing me and telling us what we're doing right and wrong in the show. So we thank you. A shout out for Robbie Womble. Thank you very much. We'll look forward to a few more of the fantasy leagues.
Yes.
And conversation of the championship next Sunday.
Yes, absolutely. We're getting down to the wire.
You're the man. Jeremy Johnson, our fantasy guru, only here on GameON. Fantasy show it's been. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Sunday. All our updates at GameOnTVMN.com. That's GameOnTVMN.com. Scott with me from the Viking World Order. Are you doing any better? I know you've been in the funk over the last couple of weeks. Vikings being out of the playoffs. You all right? Good enough. As the Vikings play over at the Pro Bowl, we leave you with some of the best pictures, some of the best plays from that great season in 2012. Until next week, thanks for being a part of our day, and keep your game on.
The snap from Leffler. Oh, he's got it right down the middle. Overtime in Minneapolis on the opening weekend of the 93rd NFL season.
Look out! Here goes Harvin. He's got one man to beat. Down to the 40, down to the 20. Percy Harvin, a touchdown for Minnesota. Ponder to the end zone, touchdown, Kyle Rudolph. First down for Adrian Peterson down the sideline. Adrian Peterson is going to score 82 yards for the game's best back.